Hey everyone, welcome to Mommy's Best, a Melen and Company store. I was watching Irene from Body Bonbon YouTube channel. She was making embeds and I decided to try her recipe. I've never made embeds before. I'll put the link to her channel in the description below. Good thing about this recipe is that you can tweak it to your liking. The recipe calls for 125 grams of baking soda, 125 grams of citric acid, 1.25 grams of distilled water, 1.25 grams of coconut oil, 0.2 grams of dye powder, or whatever concentration you desire. I begin by measuring the dry ingredients and leaving the citric acid for last. I found this melon baller and thought it would be perfect for making bath bomb embeds. The melon baller has one end bigger than the other. This makes a variation in sizes. Make sure to always put the dry ingredients through a sieve. This will remove all the lumps that may be in the dry ingredients. Here, I'm checking to see if there were any lumps left over. You're going to set your citric acid aside and add the liquid to the baking soda a little at a time. I made adding it all at once and had to add more baking soda because the baking soda was too wet. To find the right consistency, you'll want to mix a little at a time and test to see if when you squeeze a handful of the mix, it stays together. Then it's ready. If you find the mix to be too wet, you can add more baking soda. If the mix is too dry, you can add more liquid. In this case, I had to add more baking soda a few times because I added all my liquids at once, and that was a really big mistake. So here I'm thinking, this is a pretty good consistency. Let me add my citric acid. So I went ahead, I added the citric acid, and then as I began to mix it, I noticed that I had to add more baking soda because the mix was still too wet. And how I could tell it was too wet was because when I mixed in the citric acid with the baking soda, I noticed that it began to grow. So I realized that I had too much liquid still in my mix. So I went ahead and added a little bit more baking soda. When your mix is ready, grab your tool and begin to scoop and compress either by the edge of your dish or with your hands. This mix will get dry very quickly, so make sure you have no distractions and move quickly. Okay, so now it's time to move fast forward. I'm not going to bore you with all the embed making. Just let's see it in fast forward mode. Here I'm using the smaller end. Whew. That was a whole lot of embeds. I made over 100 embeds. Yay! And they work. Look at that. That is amazing. Now, to make the blue, we're going to repeat the steps and make the next color of your choice. I also made blue mini cupcakes. Here's my test. And the test is amazing. I'm so excited to see that this recipe works so well. Woohoo! Look at that fizz. And now I'm making more blue embeds. I recommend that if you're going to make embeds, always do small batches. Because I made a large batch, the mix began to get dry and I didn't want to miss out on it. So I made mini bath bomb cupcakes. This recipe was so much fun. Thank you, Irene from Body Bonbon. This was my first time making embeds and it was fun and easy. I hope you find this instructional easy as well. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching Mommy's Best, a Melen & Company store. Have a wonderful week, guys. Bye-bye.